Greetings, dear colleagues. First of all, on behalf of our authors team, I would like to express sincere gratitude to the organization committee for the opportunity to participate in the conference. The research results on the topic management of economic security of food industry enterprises as a direction of ensuring sustainable development are presented to your attention. The authors team include Tetiana, Ostapchuk, Kateryna, Orlova, Olena, Denysiuk, and Svitlana Biriuchenko. All of us represent Zhytomyr Polytechnic State University. The relevance of the topic is due to the fact that Ukrainian enterprises nowadays are functioning under crisis conditions, war, the consequences of a global pandemic, economic and social disruption, a change in the industrial paradigm, a new model of world perception, etc. The mentioned factors significantly complicate and threaten the economic entities' functioning. Within this context, the issues are related to ensuring the stability and efficiency of Ukrainian enterprises functioning under martial law and post-war recovery acquires special relevance. A special place in the system of tasks and instruments of ensuring the stability of economic entities functioning and confronting crisis phenomena belongs to economic security management. Economic security is a comprehensive characteristic of enterprise operation condition which reflects the resilience of economic entity in relation to the action of threats of various genesis. Economic security is also a key characteristic from the point of view of sustainable functioning and achievement of the necessary development indicators at both national level and level of individual entities. The food industry, in its turn, plays an extremely important role both in the economy of Ukraine and in ensuring the food security of the population. In particular, 19.56% of the total volume of production in Ukraine in January-September 2023 is accounted for the food industry. Food industry entities provided 3.62% of jobs in 2022. Considering the role of the food industry in the economy of Ukraine, ensuring economic security of the respective enterprises contributes to the achievement of sustainable development goals such as zero hunger, good health and well-being, decent work and economic growth. The main objective of the research is to determine the priority directions for increasing the level of economic security of food industry enterprises with the use of internal factors and development drivers. The set objective involves solving the tasks which are listed on this slide. Food industry enterprises play an important role in the economy of Ukraine, nevertheless they are characterized by significant negative trends. For example, number of active economic entities decreased by 11.3% in 2022 compared to 2018. Such a decrease led to a reduction in the number of employees by 17%. Net profit of the enterprises reflected a decrease by 67.8% in 2022 compared to 2018. The only indicator which is characterized by a positive trend is volumes of sold products, which are characterized by an increase by 27.4%. Nevertheless, we should also consider the inflation rate, so this trend cannot be described as solely positive. The main key factors of negative impact on the functioning of food industry enterprises are decrease of raw materials accessibility, increase of the costs related to security providing, loss of markets, logistic processes efficiency decrease, personal loss, consumers' demand decrease. In these conditions, economic security of food industry enterprises is an important task of both theoretical and practical level. Economic security is a comprehensive characteristic of the enterprise activity which defines its ability to ensure stable function and confront threats. Economic security provides for solving goals such as economic development, financial and economic balance, managerial goal, personal goal, ecological goal, harmonious and adaptive goal, information and security goal, economic freedom. All these goals in their entirety provide for ensuring the stable and efficient functioning of food industry enterprises. A conceptual model of ensuring the economic security of the enterprise was proposed in the research. It includes subjects of management, objects of management, invested activity from the perspective of resources and technologies, business operations, innovative objects of activity. All these components of the model in their entirety and comprehensiveness provide for sustainable development which is interrelated with the economic security of the enterprise. The economic security of the enterprise in its turn is a foundation for economic security of the state. The main idea of the economic security management is to provide balance between external environment and internal environment, thus ensuring the stable and efficient functioning of the food industry enterprises. One of the most important parts of the economic security management mechanism is definition of the factors of impact on the level of economic security itself. For this purpose, the correlation and regression analysis was conducted. The initial data was based on the 12 enterprises which were chosen for the research. These enterprises were chosen according to the following reasons. First of all, they represent different branches of food industry, namely confectionery, dairy, meat processing industry, and bakery industry. Also, these enterprises present different regions of Ukraine, which provides for the comprehensiveness of the research. And another, not less important reason is that all the enterprises published their statements in the public access that provided for the accessibility of the data. The data was calculated for 2020-2022. The economic security coefficient was chosen as a dependent variable, which in its essence represents the difference between actual and break-even volumes of enterprise activity. The dependable variables included net revenue growth rate, net profit growth rate, equity growth rate, autonomy coefficient, coefficient of financial self-sufficiency, current ratio, cash ratio, return on sales, economic activity profitability, ratio between receivables and payables. The choice of dependable variables was determined by the fact that they are available to calculate. They are based on the financial statements, which again provides for the accessibility of the data. And also, financial component of the economic security is one of the most important elements of providing the stable and efficient function of food industry enterprises. According to the analysis, such functioning trends of the food industry enterprises were detected. A significant number of enterprises, namely 6 out of 12 studied, have a decrease in the level of economic security in 2022 compared to 2020. A large part of the enterprises is characterized by a low level of financial stability. With a mostly sufficient level of general liquidity, a low level of absolute liquidity is observed, and in the activity of a significant number of enterprises from among those studied, there is a decrease in the level of profitability of economic activity in 2022 compared to 2020. The model was built on the basis of correlation and regression analysis, which reflects the dependence of economic security coefficient on net profit growth rate, cash ratio, economic activity profitability. R squared is 0.84, that is 84% of the variance of the values of the dependent variable are explained by obtained equation. Based on the results of the analysis, directions for increasing the level of economic security of food industry enterprises were proposed. The first direction is increasing the efficiency of economic activity, which involves such measures as search for new sales market and diversification of activities, expanding the presence of enterprises on the internet, optimization of economic activity costs, implementation of corporate social responsibility concept, increasing the level of enterprise competitiveness. But the second direction is increasing the level of absolute liquidity, which involves optimization of stocks with the aim of freeing up cash to increase the level of absolute liquidity, implementation of advanced inventory management systems, for example, ERP systems, just-in-time, lean, etc., optimization of receivables, improvement of payment discipline in order to avoid the accumulation of a significant amount of receivables, optimization of current debt, reduction of duration of the operating cycle. Specific measures were determined for the enterprises studied in the research. The measures proposed for those enterprises which are characterized by a decrease in the level of economic security are listed on the slide. Mainly they involve increasing the efficiency of economic activity, also increasing the level of absolute liquidity of the enterprise. Theoretical results of the research include the conceptual model for ensuring the economic security of the enterprise that was proposed, which is based on the active implementation of investment activities, covers economic operations, innovative objects, and promotes the sustainable development of the enterprise. Practical implications include the measures for increasing the level of economic security for the analyzed food industry enterprises. Further prospects of the research lie within substantiation of strategies for managing economic security of food industry enterprises using a matrix approach and forming a specific set of tools for managing the economic security of food industry enterprises. Thank you for your attention. Let's discuss.